Yo, what's good, man? It's me, your boy Jay Holiday, and of course you already know you're checking out The Biz with D. Keep it locked.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into The Biz with D with your rock star on the mic, David Duane, My First Wings Radio. And right now we got our boy Jay Holiday back with us. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? I'm here. You know, I'm blessed. It's a new year. You know how I go.
Well, it's definitely a Happy New Year to you.
To you too.
All right, so I know you got some new music. You got this dope single. You got an album coming out January 28th, Guilty Conscience. Tell me about the whole concept of this, because I know it's almost like a mini movie, kind of, pretty much.
Yeah, man. You know, well, if you could kind of think back to kind of Usher Confessions, you know, he was kind of telling the story. You know, whether it was things he had been through or things he was going through at the moment, and that's kind of like what I did with this. You know. And Guilty Conscience is just kind of the man's perspective on, you know, what happened, why it happened, you know what I mean, the good, the bad, you know what I'm saying. I got the main girl and I messed up with the side chick. You know, just putting a couple of the truths out there, you know. So some of the stuff that's speculation, we just going to put it on the table.
Definitely. And now, what was it like going into this project and having, almost a different concept of what you came up before previously?
Well, you know what I'm saying, people love, you know, with R&B, they always think love making or, you know, love itself. You know, not many artists, focus, I'm not going to say on the negative, but, you know, they story, and it may be something that was bad, but you get something out of it, you know. It's just, you know, I've done the very, very sappy songs, you know, the Suffocate, the, you know, Forever in and Out, songs like that, Be With Me. And, you know, basically I just wanted to just show a little different side of thing. And, of course, you know, music's changed a little bit, you know, so, of course, lyrical content is going to change. And, you know, you got to ride that. You got to ride with the wave, you know what I'm saying? You don't try to ride against it. So, you know, if certain people want, you know, to hear about a certain thing and a certain story, I'm going to tell it, but I'm going to tell it my way, you know what I mean?
Right. That's definitely what's up. So now let's talk about, you know, kind of transitioning from being a major artist to independent, because I know that's what it's definitely been a little bit different since the last time we talked.
Right. Well, first of all, a lot of people always like, you know, man, where you been? Like, I've never gone anywhere. It's just, you know, in this industry, you go through certain things, and, you know, like, people forget, like, in this business, we sign contracts. You know, sometimes you got to fulfill certain contracts before you can make certain moves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So after Round 2 came out, I ended up leaving Capitol Records, and I signed to Def Jam. But at that time, you know, they had some internal stuff going on. So, you know, I sat on the shelf for 2 years. So that was 2 years gone, you know what I mean? And then after that, I was just like, man, you know, I was traveling, I was touring, you know, doing shows, you know, all over the world. But, you know, I wanted to put some new music out. So I was like, instead of waiting, I'm going to just do it myself. And, of course, you know, it's more lucrative when you talk about financially, but, you know, you get more creative control. When you deal with major labels, man, you know, unfortunately, very, very little artists don't have to change. You know, most artists, you know, they try to make you change, and they try to make you into what they want you to be. So, I mean, you have a lot more control over yourself, you know, and you can maintain your integrity a lot easier when you're independent.
Right, because you get a lot of freedom, and I think a lot of people think that these new artists, or these artists that want to, let me just say, these people that want to be artists, they don't understand that you make more money being independent versus being major, where your chances of being shelved are very high.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, especially because if you look at it, most major labels focus on 3 artists, whatever their 3 top artists are. The rest of the artists are just going to have to wait for their time, if their time ever comes, you know. So it's crazy. It's definitely a business, man. You know, you got to love it. If you don't love it, man, I'd say stay in school. For real. I mean, I love it, so I'm willing to deal with, you know, the ups and the downs, but, you know, it's not an easy game. You got to have tough skin.
Right. So now with this album, you have the single Incredible that's out right now. Definitely hot. I like where you're going with it. How did you come up with the concept for this joint?
Well, basically, like I said, man, it's a story. So, you know, we like Incredibles, the first song that plays when you start the album, and basically that's my song. And celebrating women, you know, I'm celebrating, you know, the love interest in my life, and I'm basically telling her, you're incredible. You know, when we out, we look good together. You make me look good, I make you look good, and that's what it is. You know, I'm celebrating those people that are in those happy relationships, and you know everything's perfect. It's 100%. And then you know it starts getting into the story. You know what I mean? You know, I start wilding out. Let's just say that.
Wow, definitely. Now, do you? I mean, and I definitely feel the lyrics with this joint. I definitely understand. Even you even explaining it to me about what it's about. Now, do you ever feel like? Because I feel like in music, there's never enough of R&B singers or even anybody talking about being with the main chick and just being loyal, and how that first time was more so like otherness that we hear. I'm not going to get too graphical of what that is, but
right.
Do you feel like there should be more? Do you feel like that people should talk more on the positive side, especially when it's about being a little bit vulgar and sex all the time?
Definitely. See, like on this album, the thing that I definitely love about this album is you see both sides. You see a little bit of that, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's about me telling my story my way and from my perspective, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like, we should focus on a little bit more positive because, I mean, obviously, if you just pay attention to the music sounds better, you know what I mean? I just think that people, we in the ratchet era right now, you know what I'm saying? And let's just call it what it is. And that's what people want to. That's what people want to do right now. You know, so like I said, it's about keeping up, but just being clever with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're gonna hear a little bit of that on the album, but how I'm explaining it in my lyrics is gonna make it all make sense. Like, because I'm not putting it on the woman, I'm putting it on myself. Like I should have knew better. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing.
Right. And do you feel like ratchet is a good thing with music right now, or do you feel like some people should just not even touch that?
Man, I feel like every artist has their lane. You know, for some artists it works, but for the artists that can and have done better than that, and they're kind of like dumbing down or trying to be the wave instead of just riding with it. I just feel like artists should just be themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the music is more real when you try to be as much as yourself as you can. You know what I mean? I put it like this, man. If however you want our kids to be in 10 years, then that's the type of music we need to put out. And that's really the only thing I can really say about that. Because the kids is what we got to think about.
Right.
Now my music isn't necessarily for kids, but, I always make that known versus trying to sell to kids. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, some kids just need to know what to turn on and what not to have. I don't even think enough. They have a mind of their own to understand this is right, this is wrong. And I was just having a conversation with somebody about this last night. I'm like, they don't know because our parents, they knew what was right, what was wrong. Now people are just like,
whew. Yeah, I had to sneak and listen to Tupac, man. I couldn't just listen to that openly. Like my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to sneak and listen to that, man. And it was just because of the cuss words and stuff. It wasn't because of what he was talking about.
Right.
She just didn't want me to hear all the cussing and stuff, and that was before people were really making clean versions of albums and stuff, back when it didn't really matter. You know what I mean?
I remember one time, you just reminded me, it was like Christmas, it was a Ludacris CD. I slid it, the explicit version, in the cart. My mom went bonkers on me. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, man. You need
the whole
version. And for I'll say, yeah, no, it is. It really is. And I say for anybody, I mean, obviously, we make clean versions of albums now for the sale aspect because, certain places like Walmart, Target won't take your album if it's not clean. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have clean versions. But I do have a clean version of the album for people that have kids that are fans of mine, you know, you can still let them listen to the clean, you know.
Or they can listen to both.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you the parent. I can't say what the kids can listen to, but you know what I'm saying. It's out there in case you do want a clean version.
Definitely. So now let's take it back a little bit as far as like your first singles, Dead and Suffocate. When you think back to like the success of those tracks, I mean, I can think back to it. I'm like, damn, those songs were like blaze on the radio, and they need to be played back on the radio. Like, how would you say, like, just when you think about it, the reaction from the fans made you overall feel? Because them records are hot.
Well, it was surprising, you know what I mean? Like we were saying, like for artists that want to get into this, man, it controls your life. I mean, it was a good thing. Don't get me wrong, man. I had a lot of success, but then at the same time, if you're not ready, it will consume you. You know what I mean? And the fans is actually what made everything cool. You know what I mean? Even when I was going through my ups and downs, the fans always had my back. You know, so the response from my fans, man, you know, they love that. And from that point, I had their ear, and now they still want to hear new stuff from me. So, you know, of course you have people that are like, yo, man, those two songs, you know, but then I have other fans that's like, yo, but this song right here, I mean, Bad and Stuff is cool, but this song right here, you know, so, like, my fans, they the best, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be here without.
Most definitely. That's true. And how would you say, like, that your fans are going to, you know, like this album a little bit as maybe just as the same or maybe just a little bit different from this new one?
Well, I have, you know, compared to me doing a lot of ballads, I have, like, a lot of mids and some ups on here where, you know, you can groove to, which I know a lot of fans wanted to hear from me. They wanted to hear some, you know, some stuff they could, you know, clean their house to and just be crunk, you know what I mean? So I mean, I think they're definitely gonna love that. As far as the lyrical content, I mean, it's to each his own. I feel like everybody's gonna be able to relate to it because at some point somebody's been through something that I'm talking about on the album, even if it's the love songs, you know, because I got love songs and then I got the, oh man, I can't believe he did that. I got those kind of songs on there too. So, you know, I mean, it's to each his own, but I think that they're gonna be proud of the fact that I'm still making good music. Because one thing I will say is the music is good.
For sure. Now, I got to, you know, kind of step away from, not even really step away from music, but ask you a little bit more about, you know, your independent label and what you, like, learned, like, so far in the process from, like, starting it from versus, you know, being, besides, you know, what we talked about from being in the major label. Like, what have you, like, learned during the process of it?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously when you just on a major label, you just, you're an artist. You know, of course, unless you came in with your own thing already and you just kind of partnered up with a major, then that's different. But if you was just signed to a major label and you was an artist, I mean, there's certain things that you don't, it's so much stuff that you don't even know about, like just happen to, you know, talk to different buyers and places where you got to get your album, you know what I mean? Because now that's your responsibility to go out and do. Like, it's great and it's lucrative because you got more control, but you got to be on your business. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your contracts. Man, it's a lot of stuff you got to know. You know, your team got to be right because, you know, one weak link, it'll be all bad. You know what I mean? Everybody got to know how to talk. Everybody got to know their stuff. You know, I've just learned how to be a boss, you know, a businessman. You know, signing checks. Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. It's real. It's real in the field. You know what I'm saying? But I've just learned how to be a businessman, and I've learned how to humble myself even more because, you know, I sit in different meetings with different people, and they're always like, man, you know, people come here and they just a-holes, man, and And I mean, I get it. You know, you got to be that sometimes in business, but, you know, it's business, and I feel like if you know your stuff, then there's no reason to, you know, be all into yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. Be humble.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You get a lot more done that way.
For sure. And now, your mom has a book that she's writing? or Raising J Holiday?
Yeah, actually it's done. It's out. They did a soft release back in, I want to say November. And it's called Raising J Holiday, A Mother's Untold Story. And you could pretty much see her perspective of, from birth to now, you know what I mean? And how I kind of became, who I am, and, just my teachings and my upbringings, some of the things I've been through. People always, I have this big thing where it's like, I don't like bullies, I don't like haters. People think I'm always hating, you know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, I have an opinion. You may not like what my opinion is, but I'm never going to hate on anybody because I feel like, there's enough out here for everybody, but let's just be realistic about what's really going on, and I think if you read that, you would kind of understand why I think like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just about being an individual.
Right. And you gotta be an individual, and I think that's the one thing that people don't understand in life. Be an individual, be a leader, don't be a follower.
Right.
Set your own
That's what my mother always told me. Be a leader, never be a follower, lead by example. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you've been able to do that a lot with your music and just staying true to who you are and, staying true to your roots as an artist, because a lot of people, they venture off, they cross over, they lose themselves, their album sales aren't the best, they don't get the great response, and then it's like they're lost in the sauce and they try to figure out how the hell did this happen.
Right. And then they're trying to come back and everybody's like, we don't believe you anymore. And then it's all bad. Yeah, man, I like I said, I love it, man. Of course I've had some downs, but it's like, who doesn't? The biggest artist of Michael Jackson had downs, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot of ups, but he had some downs, you know what I'm saying? So everybody go through it.
Definitely. So now, do you have a music video that's coming out with the single Incredible, or what do you got going on as far as like viral videos or anything coming out?
Yeah, we actually we're gonna shoot a video for Incredible. We haven't shot the video yet, but we're about to shoot the video actually in a couple weeks. We have a video for After We. That's in circulation. If you want to check it out, you can go to my Twitter. You can go to my Facebook. My Twitter and my Instagram is at King J Holiday. My Facebook is facebook.com/JHoliday, or you can go to the website, kingjholiday.com, and that pretty much has everything. But yeah, it has a video for After We. Any information about, cities I'm going to or shows I got coming up, that's where you can get all that information. But yeah, definitely. We got the video for After We, man. It was more, it's a different video,
It is.
I've done the videos that's like, storylines, This time it's just kind of been like, I've been gone for a minute. People just want to see me, so, that's why we did that.
Right. And it was a good thing to see something a little bit different with you because, like, as far as videos are concerned, because everybody, like you said, wants to see this big storyline, this big,
Right.
But sometimes it ain't all about that. Sometimes you got to see a little bit something different. It's going to make you, think a little bit more than not, So.
Yeah, like even on Incredible, man, you know what I'm saying, we're thinking about, as far as even the love interest on it, changing that up a little bit, you know what I mean, just to showcase some other stuff, because not to take any way away from all the pretty girls and the long hair and all that, but, sometimes you got to accent and showcase other types, because, there's somebody for everybody, so.
True that. And so now let me ask you, are you going on tour definitely with the album? What are your plans as far as like the live performances are concerned?
Yeah, man, we as soon as the album comes out, we're gonna start to put together a House of Blues tour for the spring. About to get the band back together. But yeah, we got a House of Blues tour coming in the spring, so we're gonna do our thing with that. I love doing the House of Blues runs. You get to hit a lot of cities, you get to see a lot of places, so that's always fun. People get to come out and rock with the band, so it's definitely coming. Guilty Conscience 2014, I already know.
Definitely, and it's good to, do like intimate shows of like the House of Blues and stuff like that, because, that's where your fans can really get into the music, and you can really they can really understand what you were trying to capture on the album. But when it comes to the live, they get it more, I feel, personally.
Right, definitely. Because, I mean, even you get to talk to them, and that's one thing. People always like, yo, man, because I never have a set, like, show. People have performances where they come out with this, almost every move is choreographed. And, of course, you should have that. I think every artist should have that. But,
right.
That your crowd, your audience usually wants to feel like they almost on stage with you, like they can understand what you're talking about. So I talk to my crowd a lot. I laugh with them. I crack jokes. I just try to keep my fans happy, man. They supported me, so it's only right I get up there and do 110.
Definitely, you got to. You got to keep us posted as far as like the shows are concerned, because we will definitely, come out and show our support for sure.
Definitely. What city are you located in?
We in Philly and New York.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff in New York soon. I think we actually about to do the Arsenio show. So, be up there. Yeah, we trying to get back out there, man. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I was saying, we ain't never went nowhere, man. I'm here. I'm just focused, It's a new year, new things. Life is too short, you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't make it to 2014, so everybody that's here should be thankful and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And, dude, I mean, we're glad that you're back and you're hitting it strong with that new music, and you're going to be taking, 2014 by storm.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try my best to, you know what I'm saying? And if it ain't 2014, it'll be 2015, I'm not going to stop, Like I said, you read the book, you understand. Like, I come from a family of survivors, and that's just what we are. That's what we do.
Definitely. Well, Jay, thanks so much for coming back on this show, man. We appreciate it. Finally getting a chance to really, chat with you, because last time it was like 3 minutes to kill.
Yeah, it was real quick. Yeah, I know. But nah, it's cool. As soon as anything, man, like if y'all have like specific shows, man, because one thing that I am doing with this album is I want people to understand that you're gonna get what you put into a relationship. A lot of people are going through stuff, and it's like divorce is so common now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, all right, I can get married because it's cool if I get a divorce. It ain't no big deal. And it's like, people need to understand, like, nah, it's all in the choices you make up to the marriage. So, it's like, I want people to really get into this album and understand where I'm trying to go with it. As fellas, we got to start accepting responsibility. You know what I mean?
Definitely, we got to. So, Jay, tell everybody as far as like where they can check you out and where they can be able to, get the album and single and everything.
Yeah, man. Well, you're going to definitely be able to get the album on iTunes. The stores, Best Buy, Target, they'll have the album. If you want any information about tours, little competitions and stuff, because we're about to have a little couple fan competitions. So if you want to get information on those, yeah, you can go to my Facebook.com/JayHoliday or my website, KingJayHoliday.com. And then if you want to, just talk to me or whatever, you can see how I'm living or whatever, Instagram, Twitter, that's @KingJayHoliday. And, just rock with me.
Oh, definitely will.
Oh, yeah, and talent. If you're serious about it and you really want me to check you out, just let me know. And you can send, information on Twitter as well as on my, you could direct me on Instagram @KingJayHoliday. So just hit me, let me know.
For sure. I'm gonna send some talent your way.
Please do. You know what I mean? And it's about like my thing is this, man. If you could just think back to Motown, man, back then it was so many different artists, and they was all doing stuff together, and they were making great music. I'm trying to get back to that. Not saying music isn't good now, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Music is different. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's different. It ain't bad, because I be in the club too. You know what I'm saying, rocking some of it, not all of it though.
some shit's just not, you know.